We found this.
Welcome back to Villain Review, and today I will be reviewing The Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing. As always, I will be judging off of origins, character, best scenes, and evil deeds, and then I'll give them a score based off of 1 to 10. Okay, that's enough talk, let's do it. When The Thing starts, you're thinking it's gonna be a fun time in the snow with the boys, just a chill few days doing some research. And then shit hits the fan. Randomly attacked by 2 strangers in a helicopter, our main characters end up with a new pet dog who has a strong passion for bonding with other dogs. Leaving the new dog with all the other ones, it turns out this isn't a normal dog, it's a freaky dog. We then learn of the Thing's true nature, an alien who crash landed on Earth and froze while trying to escape the Arctic. It would later be thawed out by some Norwegians, and all this crazy CGI shit would go down, resulting in it taking the form of the dog, now in possession of Mac and friends. That's right, folks, in case you don't know, the Thing's main thing is killing and assimilating its victims to become perfect imitations of those it kills. As far as the Thing's motive goes, it's the same one we get for all animalistic type villains: survive. It wants to survive and assimilate in whatever way possible, and it is willing to do some really crazy stuff to achieve that. One of the things I like here is how the motive of surviving takes multiple forms throughout the course of the movie. At first, I think the Thing likes its chances assimilating Mac and his crew, but once it realizes the crew is actually putting up a decent fight and catching on to its methods, it just says, alright, F it, I'm just gonna go hide and freeze, I'll try it again in a few years. It shows a level of intelligence in the creature that makes it a lot more interesting. The origin itself of where it comes from and all that is just a complete mystery, but I'm 100% cool with it. Not only do we not need that information, but it just adds more vagueness and mystery to the character. Of all the creature type villains in horror that don't say much, The Thing is definitely one of my favorites. I mean, it does talk, kinda, but just under the disguise of other people. One of my favorite things about the film in general is how it feels like a game of chess between the heroes and the villain. Both The Thing and MacReady make moves against each other, taking each other's pawns in the process, and unlike other horror movies, this one doesn't feel one-sided. When you watch Alien and the Xenomorph is running around loose on the ship, things feel very much in the favor of the Xenomorph, a near-perfect organism. The Thing is impressive, but not like the Xenomorph, and it makes for a really cool battle of wits between the two evenly matched opponents. The Thing takes some lives, the crew figures it out. The crew comes up with the blood test, Alien destroys blood, Alien makes ship, Mac blows up said ship. This is what I like so much about The Thing and why I feel like it stands out in horror. Not because of how powerful it is, but how much it's constantly adapting to deal damage and counter our heroes' efforts. The Thing is also a very worthy opponent for the crew, and I like how it knows its advantages and our heroes' weak spots. It doesn't just mimic to kill, it mimics to divide, and there lies its biggest strength: manipulation. When it's in its normal form, it's exposed and actually not that hard to deal with due to the flamethrowers. And I like how it only shows itself when it really has to. It doesn't feel like an unstoppable force like an alien or a predator. It almost feels human in the sense that it takes losses, it retreats, and in the end, it kind of even forfeits the battle. Survival is key, and sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war, and I like these traits in The Thing. It makes it stand out among other villains in this subclass of aliens and monsters. This is Villain Review 155, and if you've been around for a while, you'll know something I really value is villain presence. The way the audience is always thinking about them even when they're not on screen. And you know what? I think I'm gonna say, as far as villain presence goes, this is the best any villain has ever done it. It is so freaking genius, because you know, with the monster movies, the best part is when you actually see the monster. That, or those moments of tension where it feels like the monster could pop out from any corner at any second. For first time viewers, The Thing might always be on screen at any given second, and it could reveal itself and kill anyone at any point. It is so freaking genius. There's no like downtime, daytime scene where things feel safe, because the characters are never truly safe. When you cut out those moments of safety, those moments for the audience to catch their breath, when you cut that out, you're left feeling the tension, holding your breath for the entire duration of the movie. This movie slaps. Let's get into some actual scenes though, because of course there are some bangers. The first scene where the Thing tries to escape is unsettling, and it gives our characters their first real glimpse into what this Thing is capable of. The howl is unnerving. The scene itself is crafted beautifully. Truly a great moment. Just when you think the movie is calming down, we get the crazy chest opening belly button kill. It's surprising, it's horrifying, and the practical effects here are insane. In fact, I think that's another thing that makes the monster so awesome, is just how good and real the effects feel. It feels otherworldly, and since there's no reference point for what this thing looks like, there are no limitations when it comes to the puppetry. A puppet elephant, we all know what it's supposed to look like, alright? So if the puppet looks bad, it breaks the illusion, because we know elephants don't do that. But that is not the case here, and the entire effects department deserves so much credit. The blood test is filled to the brim with tension, leaving the audience on pins and needles as we wait to see not only which of the crew is infected, but what the hell's gonna happen once they find out. Truly, in my opinion, one of the greatest horror and just tension scenes of all time. The whole ending is great too. We get some awesome effects, a giant ass monster to freak you out, and the lingering impact of the creature stays with you throughout the movie's end and into the credits. It is a phenomenal creature in a phenomenal movie. Hell yeah. It's easy to look at the Thing and say it's not really evil because it's just trying to survive, but that survival comes at the cost of the lives of almost everything around it. Killing people, that's one thing. Killing dogs, though, now you've gone too far. The assimilation aspect does add another layer of evil to the creature, and when you take into account all the manipulation it does, the Thing stands out even more. We see horror villains kill all the time, so I like that the Thing, it doesn't stop there. Also, it's safe to say that it would infect the entire planet if given the opportunity, and yeah, that's pretty naughty. So yeah, it kills and it maims, but it's more than that. It makes the monster more sadistic and more unique. There will never be another villain like the Thing. The very concept of its nature being one of the most interesting in all of horror. Its origin is vague, and while its motive isn't anything new, it's by no means bad. The Thing shines in the character department though, a villain who is so interesting, so unique, and has a great dynamic with all of the heroes in the film without having to say a word. As far as presence goes, it is unmatched, leaving the characters and audience in a constant, never-ending state of tension. It's evil, it's interesting, and it helps make this movie one of the best horror movies ever made. I'm gonna give The Thing a 9. Thanks for watching. Let me know who I should review next and what you think in the comments below. Watch this movie because it's great.